The jealousy is real. The jealousy is real. And I'm not just talking about the overwhelming jealousy that dump divers in the WNBA feel towards the Roo from Waterloo. I'm starting to wonder, and I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, I'm starting to wonder if there's a little bit of jealousy, maybe a little bit of resentment that is building towards Angel Reese.
Angel Reese walked into the WNBA All-Star event like it was her big moment, but it didn't go as planned. Instead of cheers, she got side eyes, cold shoulders, and a seat on the bench. Turns out social media fame doesn't guarantee respect on the court. From awkward stares to outright rejection, the welcome was anything but warm. What happens when internet hype meets real basketball royalty? Let's just say, it wasn't pretty. Buckle up, this one's packed with drama.
She finished 5th overall in fan voting, 10th among all voting once you factored in, but only 12th among the media and the players. So the players actually rated Caitlin Clark higher than Angel Reese, which I think is interesting, although certainly it's deserved. But I will say, Angel Reese, Ronnie and I have debated it on the program. Ronnie has been pretty clear that he thinks that she sucks at basketball. I have defended her as having dimensions of her game that are high level. I got to a point here a couple of weeks ago where I was starting to wonder if she actually sucked or not, but she has put together an impressive streak here over her last 4 games.
If I were a WNBA player, I'd be frustrated too, but not at Caitlin Clark. I'd be irritated that Angel Reese is landing all the magazine covers, sneaker deals, and non-stop media buzz. For what? Sitting on the bench and mastering the side eye? If getting praised for doing the bare minimum were a sport, Reese would be dropping 40 a night. Meanwhile, the real MVPs, players who've been putting in work for years, can't even score a Gatorade ad. That's not just envy. That's next-level frustration.
Well, this is very interesting, and certainly a plot twist from last season. And I'm talking about the mainstream media, the sports media, and their love affair with Angel Reese. Now, we know the media jumped through hoops, gymnastics, mental gymnastics. I mean, however you try to put it, they tried to raise up Angel Reese last year as being, of course, she's running neck and neck with Caitlin Clark for the Rookie of the Year.
Let's keep it real. Angel Reese is starting to feel like that group project teammate who shows up late, says one line, and somehow still gets credit for the whole presentation. And the wild part? People are cheering her on like it's groundbreaking. It's like we've entered an era where hype matters more than hoops. Hustle stats and PR drama are getting more love than actually hitting a jump shot. Fundamentals? Nah. Just fire off a vague tweet and boom, instant celebrity.
Is the words from jealous WNBA players do not match up with their actions. They say one thing, and then they go and do another. And I'm starting to wonder if that same jealousy, that same resentment, I'm starting to wonder if it's building towards Angel Reese.
And here's where things get really awkward. It's like the whole league is treating Caitlin Clark as the problem, when all she really did was show up and shine a light on what's been ignored for years. The truth is, she didn't cause the lack of attention, she just exposed it. Ratings didn't drop because of her, they started rising when she arrived. But instead of fixing the issues, the WNBA is pointing fingers at the one person actually bringing fans through the door.
They both impact the game. My teammates are saying Caitlin Clark moves the needle on basketball, right? Versus Angel, who moves the needle on viewership, on interest, on engagement. No one can deny that because she's on McDonald's bags, because she has her own podcast, because she's at the Met Gala, because she's transcending the sport and she's showing girls femininity. My sister don't play basketball, no Angel Reese. My sister don't play basketball, she knows Caitlin Clark too.
Would Angel Reese be on a McDonald's bag if she was not a champion averaging a double-double?
Nah, bro, I'm gonna get up because I don't.
You're saying
The resentment is thick, you can feel it in every glare, every post-game side comment. It's like watching backup dancers get mad the lead performer is actually good. Caitlin Clark earned her spotlight with record-breaking numbers, not just TikTok hype and a viral side-eye. Yet somehow, Angel Reese is getting the star treatment while Clark is getting fouled like the rules don't exist. If I were in that locker room, I wouldn't be jealous of Clark. I'd be mad that someone averaging single digits is being crowned like a queen, while the one carrying the league on her back gets shoved, snubbed, and blamed. It's like the WNBA flipped its own logic upside down. And the wildest part? Everyone knows Clark is the reason people are watching. She's filling arenas, selling jerseys, breaking records, and instead of getting respect, she's being treated like an intruder for being too talented, too popular, too marketable. Like, how dare she be the reason the league is finally thriving?
WNBA All-Star starters were released and people are pissed. This is how votes were cast. 50% was fan vote, 25% was media, and the remaining 25% was current players. One person that was not one of the 10 starters selected, Angel Reese. Now, Angel was actually 5th among frontcourt players in the fan voting, but she didn't even rank inside the top 10 in current player or media voting. The top vote getter was unsurprisingly Caitlin Clark with over 1.
Let's be honest, without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA wouldn't be front and center on ESPN. It'd be back to fighting for airtime between cornhole championships and professional axe throwing. But sure, let's keep pretending Angel Reese's unapologetic attitude is what's driving the league forward. Meanwhile, the only thing going up is the number of times she's getting blocked at the rim. And those interviews? They sound like a motivational speaker collided with a fashion blogger and started freestyling nonsense. Somehow, it's working. She's got more endorsement deals than career double-doubles. You've got veterans sitting at home wondering if they should have spent less time perfecting their footwork and more time building a brand. But the league's all in, because it's easier to market the drama than admit their biggest boost came from a white girl from Iowa who casually hits threes from the logo like it's a layup.
17-5, and you may be saying to yourself, well, how many of those 17 rebounds a game are me-bounds? Is she just standing there rebounding at all of her own misses and padding her stats? Only 6 me-bounds in the last 4 games. So even if we discount the me-bounds, she's averaging 16 boards a game over her last 4 games, and she became the first player in WNBA history to put together 4 straight 15-plus rebounds.
Caitlin Clark is single-handedly dragging the WNBA into the spotlight, highlight by highlight. Take her out of the picture, and those packed arenas? They go right back to being half-empty and quiet. Imagine the twist if Clark finally said, "I'm done," and took her talent overseas, where she'd be treated like royalty, paid top dollar tax-free, and probably have a gelato flavor named after her. She'd be lighting up scoreboards in Milan while sipping espresso. And here's the truth, if she left, the spotlight wouldn't stay with the WNBA, it would chase her. Because she is the headline. Meanwhile, the league is acting like a broken umbrella trying to weather the storm she created. Instead of embracing her impact, they keep serving up subtle jabs and backhanded treatment. It's like a high school lunchroom where being popular is only okay if you play by outdated rules.
The season, the media tried to put Angel Reese amongst the best players again, and then she promptly went out and stunk it up. All right, and stunk it up. Now, she's had a couple of good games as of late, but every time she has a good game, she has a horrific game. And her field goal percentage is down this year. And imagine I just said that. Her field goal percentage has dropped this year versus last year. That's right, she's a worse shooter.
Caitlin Clark is the new star student, walking into class with straight A's and offers from every top school, while everyone else is salty she won't sit at the back with them. But fans aren't fooled. They see who's dominating and who's just talking. The highlights don't lie, her step-backs are deadly, her passes are pinpoint, and her game speaks louder than any headline. The bitterness around her? It's no longer quiet, it's loud, it's messy, and it's starting to weigh down the entire league. Imagine if the WNBA spent half as much energy promoting its stars as it does holding grudges. Maybe they wouldn't need Clark to carry the whole show. Maybe if they embraced her instead of trying to humble her, the entire league would benefit. But no, it's easier to act like she's the issue than to admit she's the only one actually delivering results.
For those that don't know, the WNBA released their All-Star starters for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game hosted in Indiana this year. And baby, I'm not gonna lie, a few people don't deserve to be on here. So just to give you guys context with it, when the first returns came back on the fan voting and I saw that Skylar Diggins was ranked 24th, I was sick. Sick to my stomach because Skylar Diggins has been playing as the best point guard in the league to start out this year. It's no way she should have been ranked at the 24th spot. This is a player that is currently averaging 18 points per game, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, while shooting 46% from the...
So if Caitlin Clark ever decides, I'm out, and books a flight to Spain or Turkey, don't act shocked. Don't write think pieces wondering what went wrong, you already know. The truth's been right in front of everyone. Without Clark, this league isn't at risk of falling apart, it's already halfway there. As for Angel Reese, she had a real shot. If she had stayed focused on her game instead of the spotlight, she could have built something solid. But she veered off course. She could have tightened up her skills, cut the fouls, and become a true asset for the league. That takes work. That takes humility. That takes not firing off tweets every time she's benched for someone with better ball control. Instead, she built a brand on attitude, not performance. And now she's in the All-Star Game, not because she earned it on the court, but because she's viral. But let's be honest, the real story here, the one shaking the league, is the growing Caitlin Clark storm.
Greatest myth in the WNBA dump has officially been exposed. The myth of all myths. The deception of deceptions. La mentira de las mentiras for those who prefer Espanol. Or as fake gangster Ja Morant would say, the cap of caps. For the better part of 2 years, maybe even 3 years, the mainstream media has been trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a huge star.
The same WNBA players who roll their eyes every time Caitlin Clark's name comes up are the exact ones guarding her like she's Steph Curry in Diana Taurasi's body. They'll say she's just hype, but the moment she crosses half court, it's like 5 defenders suddenly remember how to play defense. She swarmed like she insulted someone's grandmother. Funny, right? She's supposedly the 9th best point guard, yet she's getting double-teamed like she's holding the Infinity Gauntlet. If she's really overrated, why is the whole league defending her like she's the final boss in a playoff game? You'd think someone ranked 9th would get a lazy contest, maybe a soft closeout. Instead, players are charging at her like she owes them rent. Why? Because deep down, they know, Clark's presence makes every game feel like an event. They know ESPN doesn't cut to the WNBA unless number 22 is on the court. They see the packed arenas, and they know those fans aren't wearing Reese jerseys. No matter how many elbows they throw or cold shoulders they give, they know the truth. The future of this league isn't powered by bitterness, it's pulling up from 30 feet and draining it right in their face.
I'm going to ask your take on Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
She put her hands on the desk. Lord, give me strength.
It's a really nuanced situation. I think that Caitlin brings out this real, like, how do I say this and not get canceled? She brings out this energy from people that she needs to be protected.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese is busy perfecting the art of being offended. She's upset when she gets benched, upset when anyone questions her game, and definitely upset when the camera pans to Caitlin Clark mid-highlight reel. She plays like the world owes her something, like putting on a pro jersey came with a guaranteed crown. But here's the truth, nobody's stopping Angel Reese from being great except Angel Reese. Instead of grinding, she's out here trying to dunk on reality with vibes and victimhood. And vibes don't show up on the scoreboard. You can't be mad that you're not Caitlin Clark when you're not putting in Caitlin Clark work. Clark didn't walk into the league on a glitter bomb and applause track, she walked in getting hacked like she owed every player a personal debt, and still dropped buckets. Opposing defenses treat her like a superstar because she is one. It's not favoritism. It's facts.
That double-double, she got it, sure. That title, sure. She was purposely missing shots at some point to be able to get the rebound.
Did she tell you that?
And if I saw it, and my thing is that if those were intentional shots, she shouldn't be in the WNBA at all. Yeah, I don't know about top 10.
Okay, fair, but based off of you watching her and you saying that you feel as though that she were intentionally missing shots as a professional basketball player and that she shouldn't be in the WNBA if she were taking those shots anyways or whatever, all of these are feeling based. At the end of the day, the numbers are what they are, and those double-doubles have translated into championships on every level that Angel has played on.